So I've been carrying around this Rolleiflex 2.8E for quite some time now, and I wanted to just finally do a little review on it. This isn't going to be anything like super in-depth or super comprehensive, but more so how I use this camera and how it works for me with my current workflow. So I really like the form factor of this camera. It's a TLR, and that in itself just gives it a unique look. It doesn't have the form factor of most just cameras out there in general, especially film cameras, because of just this unique design. There's a whole different way that you hold the camera and that you go about shooting the camera. But that in itself can be a downside to some people because they're just used to that normal form factor, whereas this you have to kind of just adapt and accept it for what it is, or else you're missing out on the entire point of a camera like this and just the uniqueness it brings to your shooting style. And again, ergonomically, this camera is weird to hold unless you're using it in its normal factor to where you're looking down into the ground glass. That's just one way of holding the camera, and I guess would be the most comfortable way to use the camera. But I have been actually using this viewfinder on it, and I actually really like this. I thought I wouldn't like it because it just looks awkward. It just looks like the camera has this huge forehead, but I love looking through it because when you're looking through this finder, everything's not flipped as it is when you're looking through the ground glass. This kind of corrects everything, so left is left, right is right, up and down, all that's the same. So you can focus more on just your composition and taking the photo, opposed to worrying about, all right, am I holding the camera right, am I turning it the right way, and being able to just hold it there so I can actually get the photo. The operation and functionality of this camera is actually quite simple, which is one of the reasons I like using it. You just load your film in, wind it, close it up, set your aperture, your shutter speed, focus, and then shoot the photo. It's that simple. It also has a little lock on here, which I really like. That way, if you're just not ready yet to take a photo, you can lock it and not, screw up and miss a shot, which I've done plenty of times with TLRs in the past. So one of the things I think I enjoy the most about shooting medium format film is just the different form factors. So this being a 6x6, I get 12 exposures, and in my brain, when I'm out there shooting and I only have 12 exposures, I automatically go into a mood of, cool, this will be really quick and simple to shoot because I don't have to worry about 36 frames. I know I have 12 frames in there that I can finish relatively quick and move on to the next roll, whether I'm shooting something at a different ISO, whether I'm shooting something, a different film stock, I can easily just get through those 12 photos. Or if I happen to be in a situation where I can't shoot all 12 photos, or I just don't see a photo that I want, I don't have to leave in the mindset knowing, man, I gotta finish this roll. I have 36 more pictures to take. I only have 12. I only have 4, 5, 2, 1 more picture left. Another thing is the quality you get out of this camera. The frame is so huge, whatever format of film you're shooting, and just the colors that it produces look so much different than it does on a 35mm frame if you're shooting the same stock in between cameras. And no pun intended, but you really are in a different frame of mind when you're shooting a bigger film, a medium format film at 6x6 or 6x7 negative. And the reason, again, I like using this is because not only do I have just this standard normal view using this viewfinder, but I can actually turn the camera horizontal, which is kind of weird to do with the 6x6, and shoot a frame that way. Again, it looks kind of funky, it looks weird, when you're using it that way, and it's, not really normal to do, but I enjoy being able to have just that uniqueness and flexibility. And now that I have a new process of scanning in my film, and particularly scanning in medium format film, I think I'm going to be shooting a lot more medium format film this year. But that's all I have to share with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I didn't want to go too deep into anything like comprehensive because there's plenty of stuff like that out there, but just share how I use this camera with my workflow. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and please consider subscribing because I definitely have more content coming. Thanks for watching.